you. Mr. John Twomey is the dog walking you.
There was a petite woman named Scarlett who lived in my neighborhood. She owned a large dog named Rufus. Every day, Scarlett would walk Rufus down the block, dressed casually in a t-shirt, shorts, and flip-flops. As the neighbors would watch Scarlett and Rufus go down the block and walking, they would notice Scarlett seemed to have some difficulty controlling Rufus. The neighbors would watch and they would offer to help out, and even as they would pass by, they would offer to Scarlett to say, "Can we give you a hand with Rufus? We see you're having some difficulty controlling him." Scarlett's response would always be, "I'm fine. I can handle this puppy all by myself. I have complete control." But we would notice, as she would continue on, that she would still have trouble with Rufus, especially as Rufus would see other dogs, and Rufus would become interested in the dogs, and he would want to pull himself closer to the other dogs on the other lawn. So, as Scarlett would attempt to keep control of Rufus, she would find herself being pulled off to one side and just barely holding on with her strength. So she would have to end up pulling her other arm across and really reaching back and pulling this large dog Rufus back onto the asphalt and continue walking down the road. One summer day on a Friday evening, as Scarlett and Rufus were doing their usual walk, Rufus all of a sudden became real agitated over one particular dog he had seen. And this time, for some reason, Rufus he put all his strength, all his muscle into pulling away from Scarlett and reaching that dog on the lawn. And this time, as Scarlett used even more strength than she had used in the past, she all of a sudden found herself letting go with her left arm, and then at that point, like a slingshot, she was pulled towards the lawn, and being that Rufus is such a large dog, and with all the force and energy that he was pulling her towards that lawn, Scarlett found herself going airborne. And then as she was airborne, she started to realize, something's wrong here. And she realized that, what goes up must come down. So then Scarlett slams down onto the asphalt, onto her back, and then she's just laying there, just in agony, just groaning and moaning, while poor Rufus is just running around yelping and barking. He kept doing that, and as Scarlett was there, she was thinking, okay, I realized something terribly went wrong, but I'm confident I can get right back up and just keep on walking with Rufus. As soon as Scarlett tried to move a muscle, it just became just more tense and just agonizing. And she started realizing, something's wrong back here with my right shoulder blade. I just can't move that part of my body. And at this time where she was at, she's laid out on the road, and this is a Friday evening. It was also this roadway could sometimes get busy, especially during rush hour. So Scarlett started to think in her mind, I got to get off this road, otherwise I'm going to get run over. But she realized she couldn't move because the pain was just too much in her shoulders. So she's just lying on her back and just agony, just groaning and moaning. Every time she'd move a muscle, it would just get worse and get tighter and tighter. soon after, some of the neighbors started hearing Rufus barking and yelping, and they started coming out and they see, wow, that's, they see Scarlett laying out on the ground, and they all start to gather around her to protect her in case any car comes down the road and will try to run her over. So one of the neighbors called 911, the ambulance came, and they took Scarlett, and the ambulance took her away. And it was a few months before we'd see Scarlett again, after she had to go for surgery in her shoulder and physical therapy to get use of her arm back again. Only this time, as we would finally see Scarlett walking, she was no longer wearing the flip-flops she would always wear. She now had realized that she needed something more stable and sturdy. So she had a pair of good running sneakers with some good traction. And we noticed that as she would walk to Rufus this time around, she tended to have more control of Rufus. So Scarlett now has returned to her normal walk without having to fall into Rufus. Thank you.
Now we have the time for Mr. Twomey's speech, please.
Mr. Twomey's speech was 5 minutes and 32 seconds.
Thank you very much.